Hey, tubers. Bart coming at you. Got a 4-card mail day, and then a stack of cards, as it represents the bulk of my remainder of what was in my PwCC vault. Like I said on a previous video, they only let me empty 90% of it out for whatever reason. That's a control measure they have in place. So I had to leave like 4 cards in there. Nothing crazy. I think it's a 65 Paul Krause rookie football guy, and then a Mookie Betts top space PSA 10, and then two smaller ones than that. I'll request those here in a couple days, I guess, and then hopefully they just let those out. But got the remainder of the majority to show off, and this mail day as a whole is a beautiful reflection of my eclectic collecting. So it's pretty cool, and I will start off with, there's no way you expected to see this one, but military guy, I go by Bart. You see something like this, and it was pop none higher, so it wasn't like I was going to be waiting for a better version to pop up. So Bart Simpson, war as hell, man. PSA 9. I thought it was cool. You know, I probably won that for 10, 12 bucks. Wasn't going to say no to it. Another random military affiliated one. 65 Tops Battle. U.S. Commandos. Dude with a gun and a knife in front of an American flag from 1965. Sign me up. Alright, here's a beaut. I had hoped to get a nicer version, or a higher grade, nicer. But this one checked most of my boxes, and I was pretty happy to pick it up. Also, you know, perfect world, you find a large one. But all the large ones in the 6-month window that I was really looking for this card, they just weren't centered. And vintage, I need the picture to not have a lot of snow. I need no creases or things around the face of the player or the main proponents of the card, but typically the face is the big deal, especially if it's, you know, the face is a bigger part of the card. And then I need centering. I'm all about the centering on the vintage stuff, and this one was hitting that, and great color. I am absolutely okay with 8-up edges and corners, because that's real. When you're talking these old cards, they were sitting in boxes or shoe boxes, tins, whatever, right? But I want, you know, I want the centering, I want the picture, and this was hitting it. So PSA 4 of the Bowman Small Frank Gifford. That's an all-time classic football card there. And PwCC liked it as well. They gave it the above average top 30% or whatever. Kind of conflicted though, because, you know, it's going to go in display, but then you see this thing in the back. But I also don't want to crack it open and stuff, because it is sealed nicely and everything, and protected. So it is what it is there, but happy to add that one. I just waited for this one to go cheap. I'd been watching it for years, but didn't feel like paying 90 or 100 bucks. I think I ended up getting this one for like 60 or something like that. You know, it was just a game of attrition. I'm gonna bid on it 100 times until I get the price I wanted. So the 84 Tops PSA 9 Donnie Baseball, mint 9 there. Got this one early on last year as I started the vault. The 49 Campy. Nice 2.5, great color, not perfectly centered, but pretty well centered, and then the color just crushes it, right? So fresh label as well, can't beat that. And redid some displays. Still, I'm always conflicted by the horizontal cards, because I still want them represented with the cards, the vertical cards that they should be near in the collection, as opposed to in some other complete display or something, because they're, you know, the bastards of the collection being horizontal. So always struggling with that, but you'll see gaps and things, and I like to do my displays with room to grow, and so like they've already got a spot waiting for them type of thing. I'm a sucker for Clementes, and then I'm also somehow, I luck into winning more of them than I would think. So Clemente's got a little bit bigger of a PC than some of the other equivalent names, just because somehow I keep doing so well and winning his. But 68 Clemente, PSA 7. Beautiful card, beautifully centered, and great color on it as well. So yeah, the only complaint I got about this one is it might be an 8. You know, it might deserve a higher grade there. Here's one you probably didn't expect to see. All right, 42. Pokemon came out when I was a teenager. I'm familiar with the beginnings of it because I played it on Game Boy Color when I was a lifeguard on rainy days, and so I know the first, I guess, generation of Pokemon. My kids are into it. My oldest is more into it, or whatever. I like cards, so when Pokemon cards came out, I've always paid attention. I've always had a couple, like raw ones or random or whatever, because I took some from a younger brother who was just trashing them, and so I've got a couple, and I've been buying them for my oldest here and there, and my younger ones, but not as much. But I saw this one, and I'm really like into the artistry of it, not just because you'll collect forever, and I don't understand most of that hobby, but this one's common enough to have an established value and things like that, and then I just thought it was really cool with the knock on. I looked this up. It's not really a Van Gogh painting, but everybody thinks it's a Van Gogh painting. So the gray felt hat, Pikachu. I actually bought 2 of these and gave one to my oldest. So it's kind of the best card in his Pokemon collection right now. But I thought it was cool. Again, super random. But I thought it was a cool card with the artistry and everything like that, and picked that up. Picked up this LeBron Marvels card from 21. Really only like Lakers cards in the yellow jerseys. Kind of a stickler about that with certain teams. Yankees cards, I want the white pinstripes. You know, early Shaq cards, I want the white pinstripes as well. It's just certain teams, I like the uniforms as well. A very specific one. I spoke earlier on Clemente. I wasn't lying. Got a 72 and a PSA 8. Another great card. A little harder to find these centered, so this one's a little off left to right, and that's why it's knocked down, but it's still a near mint 8. Great card there. He's got only I don't really like much 70s baseball, to be honest with you. Most of them are pretty ugly cards and pretty plain, but something about a lot of those Clementes still catch my eye, and they're kind of the only ones that do. Not all of them, but a bunch of them. You saw Pete Rose earlier in in my previous PwCC delivery from the vault. One other auto. Not a big auto guy, but I am very much into the inscriptions and the auto. It's gotta say the year and stuff, though. That trading card stuff drives me bonkers. It's a tick I got. I don't know. Don't expect me to explain it, because I don't want to downgrade anybody's collection that has ones that say trading card, but I just can't get my head wrapped around them. It's only authentic on the card grade itself, but an auto 10 there, 82 World Series champs. And I like these auto cards if they're not the rookie. Why? Because I still plan on, I either already have the rookie or still plan on picking up the base rookie clean, right? So then I don't want to pick up a second of that card because it has an auto. So I want it to be a different card. But then if it's a card I would want without an auto and just a nice grade or something, well then instead I get one of these. I love this 82 Ozzy. The 9 ain't worth much. The 10 goes for way too much because it's low pop, but the 9s pops through the roof. So beautiful middle ground is now I got an Ozzie Smith auto. It's inscribed of that year, the Topps traded from 82. Digging that. And I grew up seeing Ozzie Smith all the time. He was one of my favorites. A little Star Wars action for you. Han Solo. Just a PSA 7, but I thought it was cool. you know, 20, 25 buck win type of thing. One card that I still don't know where to display because it's always a struggle with these large ones, but I did about a year ago pick up a Luau Sindor VG3, a little bit more, by lack of a better term, ate up than I thought it was. As far as visuals, there's some like little browning and stuff in there, but the thing again that I was going for the most was the color of the picture itself, and that's not messed with at all. And then centering, and you know, anybody knows these tall boys, the centering can be wild sometimes. And so I was looking for a good pairing of that left and right white border, and that's what I found. And kind of a weird thing I've noticed about my collecting as well, for cards that just absolutely belong in the PC and I have zero intention of using them as an investment, because I put a lot of money into this, so they are a part of my investing. And so some of them, you know, and that's why I like PSA cards, because they're pretty liquid, right? If I need to do something for the family or whatever, I can do that pretty quickly with a PSA slabbed up card. But ones like this, you know, I could easily get a nicer one and it would still be, you know, I'd still want to spend that kind of money because it's something worth to me, right? Like, but I don't mind as much because I don't look at the card as an investment in the same way I do others. Because once you get one like this, like my Nolan Ryan, it's back over here somewhere, it's like a 2.5. It ain't ever going nowhere, so who cares, right? Like, I don't feel the need to upgrade that to a 6, where other ones where I see more as an investment, I think that way. It's kind of a weird nuance in my collecting, but because I'm going to have other cards of players that I don't value as much as Luau Sindor or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that I would spend more on, which doesn't make a ton of sense. But when I look at that one as more of a liquid asset, potentially, if I need to. I don't like selling at all, but it is what it is. When you put money into the hobby. This one I don't mind because I'm not looking at it in that way. So there's the rest of the PwCC vault. Oh, no, one more. I put it on the wrong pile. Also, you know, once I was on a basketball kick, it was like, all right, well, I need to start rounding out the basketball PC and some of the old-timers there. So got the Bird Magic Rookie with Dr. J in the middle. PSA 6, but another top 30% one there. Really sharp. Only detractor, it's a little print line down there that's fairly common. Probably around 50% of the issues that I looked at least at the time I was looking. These have come back down a little bit more. I think I got a decent deal on it, but well, actually, the price value of this one's just gone crazy. I used to own this in a BGS 8.5. Was it a BGS or a BVG? I don't know. That year is right on the cut line. I think it was 80 was still a BVG. I used to have it in 8.5, and then it's been a back and forth in the PC. This is the lowest one I've had, but this one's not going anywhere. So happy to add that. A couple more of the goats there back to that. All right, and then my 3 pickups. My first platinum medallion. Every time I think I'm done with my Terrell Owens PC, something like this pops up, and I was like, okay, done and done. This was listed for a ton. I made a reasonable offer that was not anywhere near what it was listed for, and I think they molded over for a couple hours and then hit accept. So pretty happy with that. 97 is my favorite year of inserts. It's my favorite 49ers uniform that's depicted from the 50th anniversary of the previous year that they wore, which shows up on all the 97 cards. And then he didn't have many cards his rookie year, so kind of a lot of his big cards are in 97 as well. But Terrell Owens, platinum medallion, pop 1, none higher. Platinum medallions are a tough one. Ultra, unless you took care of it and put it in a sleeve right away, they'd ship pretty easily on the edges. So pretty happy to add that. I guess I had been looking or holding out for a 7. I just never really found a 7 that was hitting my marks on this one, but found a 6 that met all criteria. And you save a couple bucks that way. And this one was, they hit a big discount, and then they had some store discount that took like another 20% off of this card. So where I thought I was going to end up spending this card, because this card's been on my want list for a while, way down. So was real happy with the overall purchase process of this one as well. So the 61 Yaz, the star rookie there, it's just, I don't know, those rosy little cheeks down there, just kind of the youth and the energy of baseball is kind of right there, right? Like, you know, it's still kind of a boyish outlook. The world is my oyster type of thing. It's a pretty cool photo and everything like that. It's always spoken to me a little bit, so I'm happy to add that one. And then because we did the basketball ones, and because we were watching Olympics, I have the LeBron coming. I'll be open and admit about that one. This one showed up first because I'm not buying this before I buy LeBron, but this one has gone way down, almost, you know, 40% off of what they were not that long ago. So good solid pickup on the Kevin Durant. Not a fan enough of his to pick up the PSA 10. Just his style of play doesn't quite speak to me in the way that, you know, the LeBron types that are athletic and all those other things. This guy is just this long, lanky, pure shooter. But still at least an all-time great of this era, but most will argue an all-time great, period. So that's what I got. Did not expect it to go 17 minutes, but thanks for hanging out with me. Cheers to your Monday. And I at least got a LeBron rookie coming in you can look forward to, but a couple others trickling in. Still a buyer's market. So I go where the deals go. It slows down if the deals aren't there. If the deals are there, I'm coming for it. So thanks for watching. Until next time. Later.